Yo, what's up, guys? Last video got taken down. Sorry about that. I'm gonna put it right back up soon. I gotta get everything situated. But as you guys can see, I have a new angle, new camera angle and everything. It's a little more professional than last angle, so bear with me. I'm trying to get everything, ready. I guess that's the right word. Anyways, so yeah, bear with me. I'm slowly but surely getting everything figured out. Got a new mic. I hope it sounds amazing. It sounds amazing to me, so hope it sounds amazing to you guys as well. Just recorded some new music on there. But anyways, enough of my rambling and enough of my back and forth. Today's video is going to be talking about how to deal with obnoxious people. And when I'm talking about an obnoxious person, I'm talking about somebody who's unreasonably, uncontrollably, unnecessarily just in the way, like, just causing problems in your life. And the only way to think about this is if you've ever been upset in a situation, or you and someone are having an altercation or a friendly game, etc. Let me put this into perspective. Have you ever been in a friendly game with somebody and they beat you? And automatically when someone beats you and you haven't resonated with the right idea, or found the right way mentally to cope with someone beating you in something, then your emotions can get out of hand and you can feel resentment towards that person. Immediately, you don't want to be kind to that person. You don't want to love that person. You don't want to show any positive affirmations to that person at all. And that's the same way with everyday lifestyles of people who are obnoxious, or people who are unnecessary. People who are unnecessary are genuinely like this, and they just want to just wreak havoc on your life and fluctuate your emotions and fluctuate your feelings and fluctuate the way you're living your life because of something that's going on in their life. So I know it's an easy way to understand it. A lot of people may have heard they're being mean because what's going on in their life and etc. But no, that's truly the truth about it. And in this video, I'm gonna kind of give you some tips and explain my sort of way with dealing with everything. So there's been a lot of unnecessary people and a lot of obnoxious people in my life, and whether you want to put them on different hierarchical standpoints in terms of is this person intelligently unnecessary, or is this person unintelligently necessary? So an unintelligently necessary person would be someone who's just there contemporarily, and like I said, I made an example of it. So you beat them in the game, etc., or you did something and they're mad at you for a moment, and how to deal with them in that moment can be compared to or contrasted with the same way of how to deal with somebody in a long-term effect. So if somebody is at your job or somebody's at your work, and this person just doesn't like you. This person doesn't like you a lot, maybe because the way you talk, the way you speak, the way you walk, etc. This can cause a lot of problems for you, and this can cause an unnecessary person, obnoxious person, to make their way in your life, and that's going to be hard for you, and it's going to be hard to deal with, because not only is that person's emotions putting a strain on your emotions and causing your emotions to erupt, and your feelings and your actions, but it can also change your surroundings and change the viewpoints of how people look at you. Have you ever had a situation to where someone is upset at you, or somebody's doing something to you, an obnoxious person, an unnecessary person is doing something to you, and nobody else sees this because it's a one-on-one. So they're like unnecessary to you for long periods of times, but no one can tell this except for you. So then once you snap, and the people around you are like, wow, why did this person snap? Why would you snap on them like that? They start to take the side of the unnecessary person. And you're like, wow, why would they take that side and they didn't take my side? And it's because that they can put a strain on your surroundings, the people around you, your relationships with people around you, and also your emotions, and also yourself, and also your mentality, and also anything that has to go around you. So and this is for the other side too. If you're an obnoxious person, an unnecessary person, that's fine. We're all humans. We're all doing this for the first time. Do not feel ashamed about being that type of person. Just try to remember what you're doing to the other person. We know your emotions are hurt. We know your emotions are out of whack. And we know you're going through stuff as well, but think about the other person. Try to be a bigger person. And I'm making this video because this doesn't apply to someone's like, oh, someone's obnoxious and that person's not obnoxious. No, we're all obnoxious at different times. We're all unnecessary at different times, and we all need to cope and find ways to deal with it. Whether we're the victim or we're the perpetrator. So yeah. So in a way, in a contemporary way, what you deal with it is simply just turning the other cheek. Like the Bible says, turn the other cheek. So if I beat you in something, if you're mad at me momentarily, if you're mad at me for a little bit of time, and our relationship is past this, and it usually happens with friendly relationships. Our relationship is past this. I'm not gonna be upset at you. I'm not gonna cause anything with you. I'm not gonna, if you tell me no, and I don't like that, but I understand your emotions are out of whack, and in this moment you're an unnecessary person. I'm not gonna be upset about it. I'm gonna sit there and turn the other cheek, and I'm gonna understand exactly what you're feeling. Of course you can't be a weak person and let somebody just walk all over you, but I'm gonna understand what you're feeling, and what you're feeling is what I have to take in, and I have to respect that. But I have to also let you know, after you're feeling those emotions, you cannot do that, and this is a teaching moment. Now, a long-term person is gonna be really different. You're gonna turn the other cheek, but since they're doing this long-term, since somebody's being unnecessary and obnoxious to you in a long-term span, you can't just simply turn the other cheek and just think everything's going to be okay, because they're going to walk all over you. That's how people take advantage of you. So this is where you become psychologically more advanced than that person. You realize this person cannot be that intelligent. This person cannot be that intact. This person cannot be that extraordinary, because they're letting their emotions take over them. And this is where you view them in a lower in a psychological standpoint. You become greater. And by you allowing this person to sit here and do that, but this subconsciously, that this person is sitting here doing that, and it's subconsciously that this person letting their emotions get out of whack. You are greater in that moment, and you're greater in general. So yeah, you have to view them on a lower level. So whenever they're acting out of character, whenever they're screaming, whenever they're being upset, whenever they're being petty or trying to make little suggestions here and there, you essentially just look at them like they're lower. And however you would talk to a kid, a baby, you talk to them in that moment. You don't be disrespectful. That's why I said we're going to take the example of turning the other cheek like the last person did. So you're going to turn the other cheek. You don't be disrespectful. You don't be out of character. You're not going to compare yourself. You're not going to act like them. You don't put their cloak on. So you're going to act the opposite way of them. So if someone is screaming at me, I'm not going to scream at you. That's not going to, that's not going to fix anything. If someone is being petty towards me and making little remarks in our conversations, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm going to simply say, okay, yeah, let's do something else. Just completely disclose what they have going on, and yeah, you don't just act far greater. You don't let your emotions get in the conversation. When the moment you let your emotions get in that conversation with the person that's being obnoxious and unnecessary, it's the moment you lose. You let them win, because somebody that's being obnoxious and someone that's being unnecessary automatically just comes from emotions. And emotions can be one of the most beautiful things about human beings, and that's what makes us great. We have emotions, and we have such character, and we have such a vast level to human beings. Human beings are such vast and extraordinary creatures, and I can't find the exact word I want to use, so I'm just gonna say vast. But human beings are such vast and amazing creatures, but they're also very terrible creatures. Because of their emotions. Emotions are the most dangerous thing we have, and emotions are the most amazing thing we have. That's what makes us, beautiful. There's a lot of things that you can't tell the emotions of, and I think that human beings view emotions in terms of hierarchical as well. So, for example, an animal with more emotions is seen as more important, more lively, more loved, and honestly more popular in terms of human civilization. For example, dogs, cats, they probably have the most emotions of any animal that you see. A lizard, no. A mouse, no. A hamster, no. And these animals are disregarded, and dogs are the most loved animals in the world. So, that's what connects us. Emotions are what drives human beings. So you have to realize that and think, okay, I'm thinking on a level of emotions. I'm not thinking of this person is etc. and this happened because this and that's how they are. No, that's not how they are. They're just emotionally driven versus someone who isn't emotionally driven. And if you can take advantage of the way that somebody's emotionally driven and utilize that to the opposite standpoint, then you can be amazing. You can be an amazing person, an amazing creature. So what I want to tell you, and like I say every single video, I make these videos to remind me and teach myself something, because every video I make is for me. It's for you guys as well, but it's also for me. I'm not gonna make something that's not gonna resonate with me inside, or something that I'm not dealing with. So if somebody is contemporarily being an obnoxious person, overall, this is the key. Finished thought. Somebody's being a contemporarily obnoxious person, turn the other cheek. I promise you it will help you in the long run. If somebody's being a contemporarily obnoxious and unnecessary person, turn the other cheek. Now, somebody's being a long-term obnoxious and unnecessary person, but they haven't become physical. I forgot to put that in the way. If someone become a long-term obnoxious and unnecessary person, you have to be psychologically and emotionally more advanced than that person. You have to view them on a lesser level. The same way in which if somebody gets stage fright, you view the crowd as naked. Now, I didn't make that up. You guys did. But this is the same as example. And just to help you guys, just to give you guys more tips. But yeah, another video. You guys are going to see more videos with this camera angle. And hopefully we're going to be more consistent. I try to tell you guys every single time, but I can never make no promises. So I'm sorry about that. But I love you guys. I hope you guys stay strong, stay blessed, and peace out.